What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sakina, and I'm back with another review. This is my review for the Real Housewives of Miami. This is season 7, episode 2. Happy Juneteenth to all my beautiful African American black people out there. Okay, today is our day to celebrate our freedom. Make sure that y'all go out and celebrate, go to parades, do whatever, get into the traditions, have your red drinks, all those good things. I plan on going to the museum today and hopefully the park. So yeah, those are my plans. I make sure, did I say support a black business? That's easy work for me. But yes, definitely get into some things today. Be safe, be happy, be prideful. Okay, power to the people, baby. So, it's like 8 o'clock in the a.m. I'm trying to get this out so I can start my day, because I also have to go and pick up some paint so my uncle can paint the bathroom. But what was I about to say? Yes, let's get into this review. So the episode opens up with Gertie, Lisa, and Adriana together. Now, when they sit down, Adriana wants to share her thoughts on the whole Alexia situation. So they give us a flashback of Lisa, Alexia, and Marisol having a conversation where she was saying they're still in love with each other and things. But when they came back from the flashback, Adriana never shared her thoughts. So I'm like, okay. Also, I was weirded out by Adriana talking about how she gets French sermon or, for her face. Did I say sermon? Serum for her face. Gross, girl. Stop it. So then Lisa catches them up on what she has going on. She shares that her dad had a heart attack. She also shared that she will be going to Milan for their fashion week, and she'll be walking in the show. And Larsa will also be there. And so Gertie was like, well, hopefully, Larsa doesn't make this whole thing an issue. And Lisa was like, she just might. I feel like Larsa and Lisa are the same person, so it can go either way. Lisa could make it about their situation, or Larsa could make it about their situation. We don't know, but we know there's this anticipation on seeing them. But yeah, I just thought that scene was just a little weird. The way that they edited, I don't know, it was just kind of strange. So then we see Larsa nagging her son to get ready to head to the airport because they're on their way to Milan. I was like, oh my gosh, girl. I don't know. It was just something about her nagging, like, girl, please be quiet. You irritate me. Maybe you need to move around, help him out or something. I don't know. But her son is walking in the show. He wants to be a model. Her other two sons are the athletes. He's more of the creative one. So she wants to pour into him wanting to be a model. So they get in a car. Well, while she's rushing him, she's like, if we miss this flight, that's it, because there's no other flights going out to Milan. And then when they get in the car, she asks her son, do you think Lisa's going to be on our flight? Well, didn't you just tell him that this was the only flight to Milan? There's a high chance that she'll be on there unless she takes, some flights that has layovers or something. But girl, please, he shut that shit down real quick. Like, yeah. This is business for me. Let's not get into your shenanigans. Thank you. So, Lisa, we get over to Lisa, and she's, Lisa is getting ready. We'll get into that in a bit. But, yes. So, Lisa's getting ready. She's running behind, and she said that she is aware she'll be walking with the youngins, but she used to model and act back in the day, and that's how she was able to get her visa, because she's from Canada. Now, when she was talking about how she used to model and stuff back in the day, I said, who is this woman? Who was that? Because that's not Lisa. Now, the other picture that they showed, I said, okay, that's Lisa. But this? Who? The girls be getting too much work done, because, girl, that does not look like you at all. Julia, I don't know why my hair look. I think it's the way that I had put it in, I put it in those little satin scrunchies. I thought I had one around, but, I don't know. The way that my hair was laying was kind of annoying me. But, yes, Julia and Alexia, they get together, do some Pilates, and afterwards, they catch up. So Alexia was not feeling the way that Lisa and Larsa was talking to each other at the party. She said the drinks were strong that night, and she just feels like that was not the time and the place for them to talk, and feels like she doesn't want this to be another Larsa and Gertie situation. You already know that was a whole segue. So she asked how Julia is with Gertie. Julia was like, she don't feel either way about it, about seeing Gertie. I said, girl, you're lying, because you were definitely pressed when Gertie was talking to Martina. You was talking about, I can't with the fake-ish. Girl, pressed, making a situation bigger than what it actually is. And so she gives Alexia the whole rundown of how Gertie wasn't a part of the Zoom call. Let Julia tell us she had the boys in her hands. So when she texted her, she said that she wanted to share some news, but it's out in the public now. So, you know, you'll see it with everybody else. My thing is, Julia, if you had time to text all of that to her, you had time to either hit a little FaceTime call, a little voice note. Hey, I wanted to share with you that I adopted 2 boys. Like, you saying that she could see it in the media was so passive aggressive. It gave that you felt some type of way that she wasn't a part of the announcement. But you made this situation a thing when it didn't have to be, because you could see Gertie was showing efforts of trying to get back in to see what the call was about. I guess you needed something to fall back on since you ain't showing the boys' faces. And you created this drama with Gertie, because it just does not make sense. And then you were saying that you don't feel like Gertie is a safe space for you anymore. Okay, because Martina got sick. Her and Julia were supposed to go on this cruise together. Martina ended up getting sick, so Gertie went in her place. That only shows that they are actually close. If she's going on a cruise with you that you were supposed to go on with your wife. Okay, they go on this cruise together, and according to Julia, Gertie was making it all about her, about the media, about appearances, all those things. So then she shares a text message. Well, she gives a story first saying that they got separated through lunch. They were supposed to do dinner together or something. Somehow they got separated, and Gertie felt some type of way about it. Gertie was just saying that basically she got put to the side for this exclusive party, and she had to eat alone. And she said that she would see Julia later. To me, I didn't see an issue with the text message. If I'm trying to link up with my friend and we end up getting separated and I'm on this cruise, you know, with her, yes, I want to be with her. Unless, you know, Julia requested some alone time or something. But I don't see any issue with what Gertie is saying, what Gertie is doing. Again, it just gives that Julia is looking for a situation, a moment with her. Whatever. So Julia asks Alexia how she is, because in the media it's showing that the judge is telling Todd that he has 30 days to move forward with the divorce filing, or it's going to be dropped. Alexia is anxious. She's nervous. She said she put in 5 months in trying to save her marriage. She doesn't know what he's going to do, but, you know, whatever it is, it will be. And it's like, girl, yeah, you should have just told him to go ahead and sign, because there's no way I would be able to move forward with the way that this man played you. Like, I just simply wouldn't be able to do it. Oh my gosh. So they get to Milan, and Lisa says that she did see Larsa because they are on the same flight. Again, like, I just felt like the question that Larsa asked her son was stupid. Like, duh, girl, y'all gonna be on the same flight. They were. And they end up not speaking. They did see each other, did not talk. So they're headed to their car, and we see that Larsa is greeted with this sign that says Pippin and Hochstein, or Hochstein, whatever Lisa's last name is. And she like, bitch, I know you're fucking lying. We in the same car together? Baby, they are in the same car together. And Larsa is like, there is no other form of transportation, baby. Y'all could have easily Uber, okay? You could have been like, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and catch this Uber real quick. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But they got in the car together, child. Larsa gets in the car. And then her son was like, you know what? I'm going to sit in the front. And she's like, no, oh my gosh, don't leave me. So when Lisa and them gets there, Lisa opens the door. She's like, hey, how y'all doing? The way Lisa said, hey, she was so awkward. And then when she gets in the car, they're facing each other. I heard Larsa say that, but I did not know that they were literally facing each other. I thought Larsa was in the back, and that there was another row of seats facing the front of the car. I said, baby, this is a setup, because why would y'all put them in this type of car? Maybe this is like the Italian thing, but I don't know. I was cracking up like there is no way in hell. Because Jody got in the car too, and they're both facing Larsa. Bitch, I would have got the fuck out. I would have got out. Baby, okay, because things were starting off real nice. Okay, it was going good. It was going good. So Lisa's like, this is mature. And Jody is like, yeah, you've been mature for like 10 minutes. And then, Lisa tried to break the ice a little bit. She's asking Preston if he's practiced his walk and all this stuff. And Preston said yes. But Larsa's like, child, I ain't seen you practice a walk. When did you do that? And so Lisa's like, oh, you're such a stage mom. And here come Larsa. Larsa is actually the one who's bringing up their problems. Okay. So she was like, well, when you said the world knows who you are, that was really hurtful. I'm a mom of 4, what'd she say? 4 stunning kids, successful kids or something like that. And I'm an entrepreneur. Mind you, we know her as Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, who likes to bop around town since they're divorced, messing with younger men, and Instagram personality who also used to be a flunky to the Kardashians and sells her feet on OnlyFans. But okay. You said that hurt my feelings. So Lisa was like, okay, well, you was hurting my feelings when you was talking about Jody saying that Marcus said that he was cheap. And so then Jody comes in and he was like, I've been nothing but nice to you. Like, you was talking shit at my party. Speaking of that party. Okay, so y'all let me know if I got this right, because I feel like I'm onto something. So Jody, I know on Twitter they were saying that they feel like Jody was doing that powder in the bathroom, right? Because they was talking about the AC or whatever. And then it clicked in my head. Maybe that's a code word. They said the AC is better in here. That's code for doing coke. AC, a line of coke. Let me paint the picture for you. AC, a line of coke. That's what I feel like. That's what that means. I feel like that's coded. And if I'm new to this, please excuse my excitement, because I thought maybe this some old shit that I'm just getting hip to, because baby, I don't do that type of stuff. I don't do them type of activities. I don't know them people. Okay, nobody has that. I don't partake in doing bumps. Okay, this homeless man a few weeks ago had asked me if I wanted to do a bump, and I said, excuse me? Do it look like I want to do a bump? Do it look like I do that? Do it look like I do drugs? No. But yes, I feel like that's what that's called for. Doing a line, baby. But anyway, yeah, Jody didn't appreciate Larsa talking about him. And Larsa is just going on and on and on. He's not your friend, Jody. He's going to be friends with you to spite me. And I've been friends with Lisa for 15 years. Would you rather listen to Lisa's friend of 15 years or listen to Marcus, who you know for every bit of 5 minutes? Okay, and Jody just got here his damn self. He just met you 5 minutes ago. As long as it's not Lisa partaking in that, why are you so worried about it? Why are you so worried about it? Please, I need you to pipe down. And Lisa is saying the same thing, like, your son is right here, like, girl, please. And she even apologized, like, sorry, Preston, because, yeah, you said that you were not going to do all of this, and then you're doing all of this. Lisa don't even want to do all of this. Girl, I need you to stop. Again, Larsa is just all about herself. Lisa too, but right now we focus on Larsa. And she's making this situation way deeper than it needs to be. Girl, shut the hell up. So at this point, Lisa is trying to kind of pivot a little bit and just let her know, like, I'm going through a tough time. Like, my dad is in the ICU. We don't know if he's going to make it. If he's not, he's been there for 3 weeks. Jody's like, he probably doesn't have, like, he probably has like another week to live. Baby, Larsa insensitive ass said, then you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't have come. If your dad got a week to live according to Jody, then you need to be in Canada. Damn, bitch. Damn. I mean, she still gotta, work. But also, like, I get it because, if I get it. Definitely want to cherish those moments. But then again, you have to think about, like, where their relationship is. I know they were, like, rekindling. I don't know. But also, Larsa not wrong, but goddamn, bitch, this is your friend. This was supposed to be the moment to, like, soften up. Like, oh my gosh, Lisa, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope that you, after this, you go and see him. I'll be there for you. This bitch talk about some, well, damn, bitch. Don't you think you need to go? Yeah. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. It's not funny because, like, that's your friend. You're supposed to be, like, nice. Quick scene with Gertie. She recently had breast reconstructive surgery. And so she's getting checked up on with that. It looks like the left breast still needs some work done. And so, excuse me, the left breast still needs some work done. So she has to go through another surgery. And typically, it's like 3 rounds of that. She went from a double D. She had to take out her implant. So she went from a double D to a B. And they put fat from, like, her hips and somewhere else, I think her back, into her breast to give it some fullness. And because of the left breast isn't looking the best, she wants to go back in to get it corrected. Russell, he just looks so exhausted by the whole thing. He doesn't mind it, but, ultimately it is Gertie's body and she wants to feel some type of normalcy. And so for her, she's like, if we need another surgery or 2, then, she's down for the ride. But it also does weigh on her husband because he is the caretaker. And we know that that was the concern of hers in the last episode. She doesn't want their relationship to get to that point where he is just like the caretaker. There's no romance. There's, none of that. And he really ain't here for it. But Gertie is like, look, I'm rolling with the punches. I've accepted my hair. I've accepted my weight. Like, this is something that she wants to do. Like, she's kind of like in between, just leaving it alone and actually going through the surgery. So I guess we'll see which route she wants to take. But I understand that it's a difficult journey. I understand both sides, her husband and hers. So hopefully they, they work it out. We get over to bobblehead Marisol. Marisol, if you watched the old seasons, Marisol was cute. And she's not an ugly woman. She's just, her head is bigger than her body. And then I heard that she's vegan. So it's like, girl, okay, you vegan. Then you don't even be eating as it is. I mean, you had a little seaweed salad. But girl, no, you need to eat some more, girl, because you too damn skinny. But anyway, she's excited because she's getting officially married to her husband. They're going down to the courthouse and having a little ceremony. Speaking of the courthouse, I know some of y'all follow me on Instagram. Baby, when I tell y'all I had went down to the courthouse the other day for a traffic ticket and I beat the case. Hire me. They got dismissed, but it was a whole story. It was funny. But anyway, Marisol is excited, but she doesn't want to really gloat in front of Alexia because she's, potentially going through a divorce. Her husband filed for divorce, but, we don't know which way he's going to take it. So right now she feels like she doesn't want to do too much praising and stuff in front of her. And she says that she honestly does not like Todd and Alexia together. She doesn't like who Alexia is with Todd. She feels like when she's not around him, she has her old friend back. She's recognizable. But with Todd, she just doesn't like it. She also takes her anger out on Marisol. So Marisol gets the lashings and all of that because of the things that she has going on at home. She said that Todd picks on her. He talks down on her. And she doesn't like that. She feels like that's not the man for her. and she wants Alexia to make a sound decision on moving forward with leaving his ass. She said she doesn't want to lose her friend, and yeah, he's just not the one. Listen, I totally understand that. I've been on the opposite end. I've been on the Alexia side, you know, to where dealing with a person has affected how you are with your friends and family. But thank God for better days, baby, okay? Because I'm not that girl anymore. That girl was in her 20s. That was what, from 21 to 24? I'm not that girl no more, okay? Not that girl. And then it's just like, on top of that, when it's like, you have to understand, when you're in situations like that, you know that it's not right. Like, you know, it's just a matter of time before you make the decision to, you know, move forward and leave that shit behind you. So, Alexia, I mean, baby, you pushing 60 at this point. You shouldn't even be in this type of situation, honestly. But hey, it is what it is, and I hope that she does wake the hell up and realize that that ain't it. But they said that they still together present day, but they actually did get divorced. Baby, it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess, and it's just giving Alexia don't want to pay no bills. So they get to the hotel room, and Larsa is talking to her son about the whole Lisa thing. Girl, he said that he didn't even want any parts of it. Just let it be. She can't help herself. She literally cannot. And so she was like, I was just trying to get Lisa to see my side of things. And if you're saying that your dad has a, you know, a week to live, yeah, why wouldn't you go and be with him? And like I said, I get it, but it definitely was rude for her to say that, and super insensitive. And then the son was like, listen, don't be confrontational. If she's here, she's here. Like, it is what it is. So then we get over to Lisa, and she's doing some updates, trying to check on her dad. She's texting her brother, and she felt like it was rude for Larsa to say what she said. And Jody is like, yeah, I think it was wild that she was attacking me for something that was said about her online. Like, I don't have anything to do with that. And she doesn't. She even called Jody a psycho. Like, girl, what? She was really trying to come after him. And it was like, girl, you doing... Again, I said this already. Now, if he would have got the calling you names and everything else, then he would have been wrong, right? Oh, okay, so you might want to be careful with your choice of words. So they Larsa and her son, they get down to the fitting for the show, and he's trying on clothes and all of that. And then the designer comes and he asks about Lisa, and she was like, oh, we're not friends anymore. Can I throw her down the steps? Can you stop bringing, like, she's not mature, and that's the thing. She's not mature about the situation. I just felt like she could have just bypassed it and been like, oh, well, you know, she'll be here soon, and left it at that, instead of trying to bring the designer into their mess too. So Alexia's friend Johnny, remember, we've seen him throughout the seasons. He moved to Madrid, but he's in Miami for a night, and so she decides to throw him a party. Gertie and Adriana are not invited because she said this is all about Johnny. She doesn't want any drama. So they get into the whole Todd situation, right? Now, Johnny, he is a good friend because he booked her a flight once Todd filed for divorce. He was like, yeah, you coming out here. So they spent some time together, and now she's catching everybody up on where they are. Baby, again, the courts have forced his hand because he hasn't done anything. So they're like, all right, you need to either proceed or you need to drop it. And at this point, we don't really know what he's done. Well, we do know what he's done. They did get a divorce. But Alexia got to air him out, baby. First of all, she was saying that she thinks that Todd is playing her. And he doesn't like being on the show. At first, he liked it and everything was cool. But as you know how this thing goes with the Housewives, baby. The people will start digging into your past and everything else, or catching some of your personality traits and putting a magnifying glass to that. And so, yeah, once he wasn't able to control the narrative, he no longer liked it. Because everybody started to pick up on his weird ways. Remember that long message that he had sent Anthony and all of that stuff? Like, and people felt like there was some fraudulent activity. I don't want to use the word fraudulent, but, you know, people wasn't really sure about his background and how he make his money and things. And so because of that, he no longer liked the show. And She said that he's important to her, and so she was like, look, I will step down from this show because my family and y'all mean so much to me. I said, Alexia, you need to learn from Portia, okay? If y'all already had a rocky past, and I say that because she said that she felt like she was sleeping with the enemy, and she had hidden so many things that he has done. He doesn't take accountability for all. So if y'all were already on the rocks, why would you set yourself up for failure? I don't even want to say failure, but you know what I'm saying? Like, set yourself up to be unstable. Leave this show, leave this stable check to be with this man who's iffy already. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. And when she was like, I will step down, he was like, it's too late. And Marisol was like, This is part of his plan. He's trying to calm you down and all of this stuff so he can be painted as the good person because the cameras are up. Whole time, he be on some BS behind the scenes. And which we could already gather. Like, we could already gather that. And Alexia was like, this isn't me bashing him. This is me telling my truth. Yeah, I mean, tell it, girl. Get to telling it. She was like, she feels like there's no emotional stability there. All this stuff is temporary. Y'all living in his fake rented apartment, fake rented car. Like, baby, where's the security? Hello? Okay? And she said that she feels like he was sleeping with the enemy. She was saying that the ball is in his court. No, it's not. Did y'all hear everybody that was like, girl, no. If you want to leave him, leave him. And she did say that when she was with Julia. The ball is in his court. No, it's not. If you want to leave him, leave him. But that's what's making me feel like she's staying because of the money. But girl, I just don't understand what's the appeal. If you feel like you're sleeping with the enemy, why stay? Where they do that at? And Kiki was like, girl, you're one of the strongest people I know. Like, why are you putting up with this? And she was like, I know. And that's why I'm just so frustrated because I love this man. And I can't believe that I've allowed it to get this far. People definitely do stuff like that. But she already has a colored past when it comes down to it. Your first husband was a cocaine cowboy. Your second husband was in the closet. And then now you got this guy who you feel like you're sleeping with the enemy and got some shady ways. Girl, what's going on? No, ma'am. Like, no. So at this point, Alexia is going through the stages, the rage, the sadness, all of that. So now at this point, she's enraged and she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he's done this. And, she's thinking about her kids and saying that he's a monster and how being a narcissist is a mental illness and all this stuff. She's like, you know what? F that. The ball is in his court. He tried to, he wants me to file for divorce. I'm not giving him that satisfaction. You gonna have to do that because you've been playing me for 6 months and blah, 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 right? And then she starts crying. And she was like, oh my gosh, I'm still attracted to this guy. Help me. Y'all have to help me. Girl, help your damn self. Help your damn self. It's up to you. When it comes down to making decisions, at the end of the day, it's up to you. Especially when it comes down to relationships, because nobody has experienced, what you've gone through with this person. So it's up to you in your damn near 60s to make a decision on whether or not you want to be with this man. But it doesn't even matter at this point because we already know how it's going currently. So like I said, it's just those phases. You go through sadness, you miss them and all of that. Then you go through anger. And she talk about, fuck Todd. When she clinked that glass, I said, oh my gosh, bitch, I thought she was going to break it. Baby, you need to just walk the fuck away. But we know she did not, unfortunately. Larsa's a weirdo. She really is. She's 50. And the way that she acts like a girl in high school. Or like a girl in her early 20s. Just pressed and trying to act like she's not. Immature in the way that she is going about this whole thing. And surprisingly, Lisa has been the more mature one in this situation. And I really thought it would be the other way around. Lisa is even trying to tend to her son in the back. Like making sure he's okay, making sure he ate something, speaking to him behind the scenes. And then Larsa is being like this weird passive aggressive person. Like, I just, Lisa came down the runway, and then she's with the Larsa's sitting with the ambassador, and Jody's on the other side of the ambassador, and she's like, Lisa's coming down the runway, let's take a selfie, so he won't record Lisa coming down the runway. Okay, that's weird. Why do you care? Like, you're that pressed because her boyfriend is hanging out with your ex? You're that bothered. Like, you would have thought that Lisa stole from her, that Lisa stole Marcus. Like, I just don't understand. Like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. And then the ambassador was saying that her son was number 2 on the show, so he basically opened the show. Well, he didn't open the show. Whoever was number 1 is who opened the show. And then he said that Lisa was number 50. Okay, it doesn't matter. She's a part of the show. And yeah, let's also look at the bigger picture. Models are typically, younger. Lisa is in her 40s and she's still hanging with the best of them. So it's like, okay, shit on her and call out what number she is in the line for what. And I feel like the ambassador was just as messy. I mean, he tried to support her when she came down. He did record her when all the models came out. But regardless, it's not that serious. Larsa, you're a big ass child. And did y'all notice? I hate her confessional look so much, but you can also see the the pink eyeshadow on her lashes. Like, girl, please. She's annoying the hell out of me. Lisa even blew Larsa a kiss because she peeped the pressness when all the models came out. She blew her a kiss like, yeah, bitch, you want to be a bitch and keep acting like you don't see me, you want to take selfies every time I'm on the stage or on the runway? Yeah, I got you. You want to be a bitch? I'll be a bigger one. So they end up going to the club, and the brand ambassador is trying to get them to, like, hang out or whatever. And they were like, yeah, no. But Larsa did say when they get home, then they need to have the conversation. Okay, cool. But Fabulous, the rapper, is there, and he was like, I'm trying to be messy, trying to see what's going on with the Housewives. So Larsa was like, you're from New York, right? So you know all about loyalty. Girl, it don't matter what city you in. Loyalty is loyalty. Stop. And so she's telling him what's going on. Lisa was hanging with my ex, and Fab was like, oh, well, no, you can't be hanging with the ex. And Lisa was like, I didn't. It was my boyfriend. He's hanging with her ex. And then he was like, oh, okay, well, then it's not her then. Like, okay, y'all, how about you don't hang with her ex and then you don't be disrespectful to her, okay? Let's call it that. Let's squash it down. And then in her confessional, Lisa was like, Fab was definitely on my side. And Larsa, delusional ass, talking about Fab definitely was on my side. No, he was on Lisa's side. Once you clarify, because Larsa was trying to bend the truth and make it seem like Lisa was hanging out with Marcus, and that wasn't even the case. So once Fab heard that, he was like, yeah, I mean, if she not hanging with him, then what's the problem? Exactly. Larsa, girl, you're very delusional. So I guess Fab settled the score for them. But see, men like to be messy too, because he even came out his own mouth and said he wanted to be messy and see what's going on. Exactly. Y'all like to tease just as much as the ladies. So I guess Fab really did create some type of peace, because then they started talking to each other. I used to love Fab, side note. I used to love him. Damn. I still listen to his music though. But anyway, I don't listen to his music as much anymore. Like, I still listen to it, but like none of his new shit. But anyway, yeah, I guess he created some type of peace for the ladies. And Lisa looks on her phone and she sees that Jody left because he feels left out. And then now I did sense like the awkwardness, the club is just, I'm not a club girly, but like it's a bunch of people, they're filming a show on top of that. It's just Lisa and Jody. And then on top of that, it's just Larsa. She came by herself. I feel like they definitely should have brought like some of their entourage, maybe their glam squad, like some people that they can have fun with. Maybe Jody should have brought one of his friends or whatever, because this is a work event essentially. So she is going to be, networking, mingling, and all of that stuff. But he felt some type of way about it, and he ended up leaving. And Lisa was saying in her confessional, she don't know where he went. He his own person, like he a grown ass man, like child, it is what it is. So then they get all dramatic with it. They go to this black screen. It was like the cameras went down, but the beef between Larsa, Jody, and Lisa didn't. So then they flash forward to 1 week later where the ladies were talking about Milan and that experience, but Lisa wasn't there from what it looks like. And Larsa was like, yeah, we were getting along, and then Jody ended up getting mad at us, and he didn't want us to speak anymore. His eyes were bulging. And you know what? When I told my mom last night about, me putting 2 and 2 together, AC equating to a line of coke, my mom was like, all I know is when people do coke, their eyes be bulging. And Larsa pulled out a picture of what Jody's eyes was looking like. Y'all could assume bulging. He had did a few he had went and repaired a few ACs. That's what he did. Okay, enjoyed the AC somewhere, baby. Anyway, let's get down in the comments and talk. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Let me know what y'all thought about Lisa and Larsa and their issues, about Alexia and the whole Todd situation, how the ball is in his court, how she need to stand the fuck up, about Jody and his alleged AC units, and everything else. Okay, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Again, happy Juneteenth. Okay, power to the people. It looked like it's about to rain. Oh my gosh, I don't know, but let me get this video out so I can go about my day, because ain't no rain gonna stop my show or stop this fro. Okay, all right, like, comment, subscribe. Bye.